George Washington came through this motherfucker, yo. I'm gonna keep it real. You know, some real fucking history in this town. You know, this town also provides major highways to get to and from, like, through the state. Word up. Yeah, let's check out. I'm just different. If you were from Wallway, you knew about this river right here. You knew about these woods. Like, a lot of shit went down. A lot of niggas bust their first nut up in these. Yo, I bust my first nut up in these trails, bro. So, you know what I mean? Like,
what's it the trail? What is it called?
We used to call this the bird trails. Yeah, my parents had a house, right, like a couple houses down over there, but no one had fences in their backyard, so your backyard ran right into this. And of course, you know, we had some bad hurricanes, and within the last 30-something years, there was a lot more trees. So even where you're standing right now, there were actual, like, still trees here, like big trees that were right here. You know what I mean? That fell down, but they eventually, you know, come and clean it up and chop it down and make, you know, wood chips out of it. But this is like the remnants of the remaining from Sandy right now. So you can fish in these rivers. These rivers are still shallow. They're not that deep. You know what I mean? You can, if worst come to worst, you have to cross it. You cross it. You know what I mean? But when the tide is high, the tide can come all the way up to where we're standing right now, man. Like, it can get, you'll catch fish right where we're standing, like, literally. You know what I mean? If you wanted to, like, if the tide was high and you chose to fish, you know. I've seen all kind of different species of fish in these rivers coming up. And when we were kids, this shit used to freeze over. You used to be able to, like, you know, play fake ice hockey on this shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, and you would just basically, you know, skate off, not skate with ice skates, but, you know, with your shoes on, you just slide around and the shit wouldn't even crack. And there was a few times a couple of us fell through, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, but, you know, we wasn't like dumb deep, like shit wasn't submerged up to our chest or anything like that. And where the other side is where the bike trails were. And yo, that's where a lot of people were getting their BMX and their freestyling skills up. You know what I mean? 'Cause the ground was naturally hilly and lumpy, and cats used to be able to do like straight full flips up in the air on their bikes, like off of a natural ramp. You know, that's how, you know, it was designed. But now I'm gonna take you over there. I know when I was young, man, especially in the summertime, we used to hear like the craziest stuff out here, like dudes lighting up, like cherry bombs, you know what I'm saying, like mad like fireworks and mad chicks screaming and shit. It used to be like, damn, yo, like, is this really going down out there? Like, somebody, the boogie band got somebody up in there, because it'd be so black up in here. Ain't no lights out here in these trails, you know what I mean? The only lights would be off the cribs. You know what I mean? So, like, in the middle of July, middle of the summer, you would, like, hear just mad, like a chick just scream like she in a horror flick. Like, you know, as a real young kid, grammar school, we used to be in here playing manhunt. We used to scale some of these trees. There was a tree I used to be able to scale. It was a little bit further down. I don't know why I used to scale that tree. It was my neighbor's tree, actually. And it crossed over the path. And because it was leaning. And I used to scale that shit, man. So I used to be like at least like 30 feet up, man, like 10 years old, yo. You know what I mean? Playing manhunt, put my camo shit on. You know what I mean? Me, Jetta, Eric Roberson, you know, famous Eric Roberson. If y'all know who Eric Roberson is, you know, he actually lived over here too. And Al Beadle, you know, salute to him.
Right.
You know, Bobby McSeed and Duke Washington. I just, you know, just people from this town that like really made a name for themselves. This is for my brother Racklo. This is how we doing it. I'm gonna show y'all the next spot. Come take this trip with me.
So like as far as the controlling of the park, like you got park rangers or it's regular popo?
Regular popo, you know what I'm saying? Like, Union County police. Right here, you could get Broadway police to come through here. I mean, cops, you know what I'm saying, they just do their job, man. They ain't bothering nobody. Like, they ain't out here picking on people and shit, like, doing goofiness. Realistically, man, people that live around here are pretty wealthy and well off. Don't know real BS happening over here like that, man. Everybody's just at peace, you know what I mean? Like, this is what you want in life. You know what I mean? This is goals to get a piece of property to come out to see this, you know what I mean?
Imagine having a house on the lake and be able to come out.
Word, man, like
It's the mind.
like you see how like this shrubbery, like, you know what I mean? Like it's real fitting for this. Like in the fall time, it's a real beautiful layout, you know what I mean? You wanna come out here, catch a little lunch break, bust open a sandwich, you know what I mean? Just sit back and chill, pull up a little chair. I mean, you don't got far to walk from off the curb where you park at. You know what I mean?
I see a lot of your fashion match the scenery. Tell
Yeah.
me how you enjoy that.
Yeah, well,
How you take advantage of it, rather. You know what I mean?
well,
How
the,
you blend
the,
into it.
the sportsman and outdoorsman looks are
Mhm.
more for like lifestyle purposes for me. So even though you could catch me in like urban decor settings and stuff like that and hoods is like that, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna troop through your hood, you know what I'm saying, wearing some sportsman fly, like, you know what I mean? But this is what I'm having in my mind, like me being here while I'm walking through your hood, like, you know what I'm saying? So I want to see the trees turn colors in the fall. I like to feel the crispy air, the layers, like, you know what I mean, like layer up, like, you know what I mean, like, just play with it like that, you
Show
know.
that sweater. Show me the sweater. Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
I was probably one of the first to have this knit
Sir.
for a drop. I think this was last year's knit, man. This was a real essential piece for my collection. Today I'm wearing colorful stuff today in this setting. Normally I would be more sticking to my greens and my tans, more than anything, and burgundies. But I figured today is gonna be a day I'm gonna pop with like some bright colors on the same type of lifestyle, like the sportsman looks.
But with the native vest.
Yeah,
like
the native,
that.
all right, so Rahway is originally a native town. They
Mhm.
call Rahway the Rahway Indians or the Rahway Chiefs. So, me, I'm just supporting that right there alone just because. But, me having Blackfoot Indian blood in my, my family tree, I gotta keep the native look, you know what I'm saying? Like the Aboriginal, native that for show, native savage low, you know what I'm saying? And word, like, you got, you know what I mean? I like the Serpa styles, and I got this crisscross here a little bit with this.
But you know what? That's a different point of view as well because you're gonna wallet. It's real how you're really blending your heritage, like
Right.
you know what I mean, your background
Yeah,
with the fashion. You know what I mean, and like just blending it all together, mixing it
Yeah.
together to like give it a whole different understanding and look. That's
Right.
dope. So people who may not know you, you know what I mean, you really have native, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
history
yeah,
in
yeah,
your
yeah.
blood. You know what I mean,
Yes,
your bloodline. That's
my
serious.
great grandmother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah.
100% Blackfoot.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Didn't wear shoes, you know what I'm saying? Like just straight foot. Like, she spoke about slavery. She spoke about, the underground trails. She spoke about, people breaking free. She spoke about how some black folks were they would dress up as Indians to in certain areas because the Indians were free. You know what I mean? So by far, like as being black American or black African American, we weren't all free. But luckily on my grandfather's side, they were Freemasons. So like they were involved with like trying to help people get free. You know what I mean? So that was a plus. And this coexists with my attire, you know what I'm saying, for this day and time, I always support this type of look. And yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, so the native lineage is like, it's a reflection of your attire, your wardrobe, your style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His outlook on fashion.
Yeah.
That's a whole different,
guidesman.
Yeah.
I'm the guidesman, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I got friends that do it really like beyond me. At the end of the day, I appreciate the lifestyle. I might not be able to like do it all the time, but I've experienced, doing tours and camping and trekking and trailing, like trying to bond with nature and like certain like animals and stuff like that. Fishing for my dinner, I experienced these things, and a lot of y'all that could watch this will know that I have. I mean, proof's in the pudding. But I got people like Fishing for Hip Hop, Mozam, Aquaman. He's just like the true outdoorsman by far, and he loves the way I put it together on this style. You know what I mean? And I grew up with him as kids, and he's a Rawway native, and he's doing it real big out of Atlanta, and he's a fisherman around the world. My godbrother Blue took this and he fished around the world, and he loves doing all the things that I like to do, and he does it way more than I do. Some people have day job that keeps them from doing all the things that they love to do, but at the end of the day, when I get a chance, I try to indulge in as much as I could.
Yeah, you give it that balance, you know what I mean? That's what
Right.
life is about,
Right. I wish I could do it all day long. I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I'll have a way. If I was to retire, I wouldn't mind, taking buying an RV and just traveling cross country, seeing all the different places that I would love to see in all the different states. That's a goal of mine. That's my bucket list. Just get in an RV and just drive out and just see the country for what it's worth. I want to see all the the landmarks. I want to see all the historical places. I love going to historical towns, especially here in Jersey. Jersey has a lot of historical towns. A lot of us don't pay attention to that, but that's what helped shape this great state that I'm from. You know what I mean? New York is a great state. There's so much history in these 13 colonies, but when you coming from like Virginia and up, like it's just like you see stuff like, wow, word. You do the history on it, like damn, that shit really happened. They teach us this in school, but I was a knucklehead in school, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit went through one ear out the other. I didn't give a fuck about that back then. You know what I mean? Now I look at it, it's like, damn, it brings back the memory of like stuff, and I say, wow, that's amazing. Now I really see it as I'm older and wiser, I'll be honest with you, you know what I mean? And I didn't appreciate it. I was always wanting to be in Jefferson Park, Elizabeth, or, 113th Street in Harlem, up there with Niso and his brother Kev, on some New York shit. But now as I got older, you know what I mean, like I really realized like, the things that this town offers naturally, you know what I mean?
You know, to appreciate it more.
Yeah. So where we just came out, it was my little tranquility zone, you know what I mean? So I go in there, I get ideas, I just zone out a little bit, especially in the fall time, which is my element, my time of the year, November, my born day is soon, like I like to come out here and catch a train of thought, like, reflect on what I did wrong that year past, what I need to do to make it right. I'm not perfect, you know what I mean? Like everybody can't like me or be cool with me or whatever the case may be, but one thing I do know is that I don't like to cross people and play flaky moves with people, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna trust my presence when I'm around you, you know what I mean? Like I I ain't for the BS, so don't do the BS around me. You know what I mean? You don't gotta impress me for nothing. You know, you wanna know what Sun Low's about? These are the type of things I'm into, like, you know, stuff like this. You know, what you need to do is get out there and find you a nice tranquility place away from society for a few minutes and get into a zone and you know, strategize, you know, figure out a game plan for yourself. You know what I mean? You don't know, man. Your best ideas could pop up in a tranquility place, something like that. It might not look like much to you right there, but trust and believe me, man, what I just took y'all through was mad cool and laid back and peaceful. Real talk. Sun Low, man. Catch me on Instagram. Check me out on Rack's web series. Check me out on Fly Spread Masters. All on YouTube, IG. One L means nothing without the other. I that for sure.
Yeah.